Every time I think I'm ready, there's something I'm missing. Which one's that? That's the right camera. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, Linda. Hi, Artie. Oh, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Oh, I've got a couple of fun stories for you, though. Watching on TV until the phone charges enough to chat. Oh, absolutely. Come and hang out. Just relax. This is fine. Oops. Okay. I always think I'm ready. I turn the camera on, and then it's like, oh, I forgot to do this. I forgot to do this. It's like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just working on bags today, large bags. These ones are done. These I pulled out some. I realized I had some fabrics that don't get enough love, so I pulled a bunch of them out. I'm trying not to burp right now. Is also what I'm trying to do. So that part's fine. I've got those, and then I've got these to finish. That one is darker than it looks, but anyway, I am just switching out some. I am switching out some thread. Hi, Tammy. I'm switching out my thread. I did a darker green for some of the other stuff. I've got light green coming up. So I'm switching out to a lighter green that I did not pull out, and I don't know why. But anyway. Yeah, how is everybody? Yeah, they are nice. The shop's been quiet, but that's to be expected. I didn't even hold it up. I just used this green for these two. And that green matched well with both because this one's got a lot of blue in it, but it's got green highlights. So this green matched well with that green. But you can already tell just from the back that this is a much lighter green. So I switched my greens. Anyway. Yeah, I just put a bunch of stuff in the shop. Monday. Lisa got sent home early on Monday. Ooh, you're working on a blanket. Nice. I am finishing this up. Lisa dragged me off to the fabric store. The purple fabric. Which one? Just shoot me a message at the shop, or just find me on Facebook. We can figure it out. Yeah, so this is if you do enough sewing, you get used to looking at things from the back and then remembering what color they are from the front. So this is the green, and that's the thread that I'm matching it with. You guys go back up there. What can I put? I can put that there. I already trimmed all of this stuff. I trimmed it last night. But anyway, the first one, that guy. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I've got this in, though this is going to be going up in large. I've got lots of this fabric. So if there's anything in particular that you want, just shoot me a message and we will sort it out. The problem with the fabrics is the fabrics themselves become like a bit of an obsession. It's like, oh, I've got this. And then all of a sudden you're like, I've got 4,000 fabrics and not nearly enough stuff to put in them. But I think, didn't I just use that for something? I don't know. Basically, what I have to do, what I have to do as part of my process is I get out a bunch of fabric, prep it up for whatever I'm going to do. So I prepped fabric for larges and smalls because I looked at the shop numbers and that's what I need the most of right now. So I'm doing larges and smalls. And so I prep all the fabric for that. But in order to move on to the next project, I have to put it all away. And this is a fucking mess. This is where I've shown you guys my little shelf before. This is where I keep all my shit as I'm working on it. And it's a huge mess right now. So I've got to get in there and get rid of it all. I've got to get in there and sort it all out. My scrap is building up again in bigger quantities than I can do anything with. So anybody needing scrap? Here, let me get... what did I just do? Oh, that's what I did. There we go. No, that's not the one I used. Oh, thanks. Oh, hey, Gail. So far, so good. Okay, that's my email address. I do have scrap to get rid of. So, mini and a regular. I've got mini and regular in the shop right now. I don't think I've got any of these fabrics. I've got this one as a 2-pocket bag in the shop right now. But no, what happens is in order to move on, what I will sometimes do when I have things cleaned up properly, that's where I showed you my mess. When I have things cleaned up properly, then what I'll do is I'll swing through and I'll prep for all 4 sizes of drawstring bag at the same time. But then if I don't get a chance to do that, then I only get to do 1 or 2 sizes. And then by the time I swing back around, like, okay, so I'm doing smalls and larges over the next couple of weeks, week or 2, whatever, how long it ends up taking me. I'm doing smalls and larges, but then I'm switching over to an awesome project. Come on, get in there. Why are you like that? Every now and again, your needle threader doesn't want to hook in properly. Don't be afraid to get out your tweezers to sort. What the heck? Oh, it went in backwards. That's weird. Nothing's stuck. There we go. I should have turned the camera and showed you guys what happened. It was not a big deal. Okay, but I've got the needle threader here, right? And what happened was going through the needle threader. I can't duplicate it on purpose, but going through the needle threader, I popped the needle threader down and the thread didn't go through properly, which is fine. Nothing was stuck and nothing was tangled, but I don't want to get my big chunky hand. I've actually got fairly fine fingers. I don't want to get my hands in there and start mucking with stuff. So you just get your tweezers and just gently move things around. It caught funny in the one spot. Where's my camera? There we go. It caught funny in the one spot. I must be strong and put my phone on charge. Yeah, my thread caught funny in the one spot, which means it didn't go through properly in the other spot, which means it didn't go properly in the other spot. But it's really easy to go, oh my God, it's a tangle, and then you start getting your fingers. Keep a pair of tweezers handy. That's the punchline. Okay. Where's my... Anybody have a sewing machine and has one of these things? I finally found out what they're for. They're for if you have thicker fabrics and need to get things started, you drop it in. Of course, it's not going to show up properly. There you go. You drop it in here. It's got a slot there where your needle goes down, and you stick it in there. You've got narrow and thicker. You stick it in. You stick it in wherever you need it to be, and then stick your fabric in. Oops, I got to put my thing on right. I'm just going to keep it simple. And then just go. For those of you who are uncomfortable or don't like stitch leaders, if you have one of those, I've got like 3 of those. So what I do, Dad, I'm ready. I got a glove. So what I do is I get both sides ready to go. The side with the hole in it, which is not the side I grabbed this time. When I'm behaving and paying attention, the side with the hole in it goes through first to make sure that the hole is closed and nothing shifts. Anyway, what ends up happening is if my area is messy, I can only, I had no idea what that was for, Gail. I had no idea. Okay. I had no idea what it was for. And I was so busy actually sewing that that I just lost track of bothering to even look it up. I just saw the reference a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh, that's what it is. Stitch leaders have stitch leaders are really good if your fabric has a habit of the corner sucking into the machine, and that works out well that way. But if all you need is that little boost to get it up and over the uphill thing that gets your thread, yeah. So I pulled it out, I set it aside, still forget to use it. Stop there. Okay, anyway. Yeah, my area is a mess. So I just got to take a little time to clean it up, and I've been lazy about it. But I usually try to prep for several things at once. I'll try to, I got to figure out a better way to put this camera. That works. I'll try to prep for several projects at once. And then I'll use the same piece of fabric to do small, medium, large, to cut for a 2-pocket, and I'll get all kinds of shit prepped. But I'm very rarely tidy enough to do more than 2 or 3 things at a time. So then by the time I swing back for standards and mediums, when it's time to do those, then I just like grab other fabrics. But that's the secret that I told you guys before, though, is that if you're ever looking at something and go, oh, I really want that in this size, if I have the fabric, I'm happy to take a custom order, a reserve order, a special order. Anyway, that's that. I don't know why I'm starting with that. Anyway, I brought my decks if anybody wants a reading. Just a heads up, though, I don't want to do political readings. That just gets fucking weird. I'm in Canada. Things are different here. But a couple of fun stories. I decided to get a bit of a sore throat. This is like adventures in what the fuck. It's more funny than anything, so you got to bear with. But I got a bit of a sore throat on Monday. I go to bed. I've got a sore throat. It hurts to swallow. So of course, in your sleep, you dry swallow all night long, right? Except for it hurts to swallow. So every time I need to swallow, I'm clenching my teeth. So then I wake up in the morning and so basically I'm clenching my teeth all night. So and when I'm clenching my teeth, I also tend to grind. When I'm clenching my teeth in my sleep, I will also tend to grind them. So I wake up in the morning. So I've got a sore throat, and I wake up and I've just fucked up. Massive, well, not massive, but yeah, tooth pain. So that was Monday and Tuesday. It's still a little bit irritated today because I had a sore throat. So I got tooth pain. It's like fuckity fuck. And because it's here, now my sinuses fucking hate me. I've got a roll of sinus prevention stuff. So, but I didn't have to go. I didn't have to see anybody. I didn't have to do anything. I was just a little whiny and bitchy, and it's pretty much gone now. But the sinus stuff is still like a little. Once your sinuses get irritated, they tend to stay that way for a bit. But anyway, that was the first part of my week. So that's been fun. Good news is I got McDonald's 3 days in a row. 3 days? I got way too much McDonald's because it's easier to chew, right? But that was the first part of my week. And then I had the most ridiculous situation. Okay, this is good for a good laugh. This is the one where you laugh, right? So I've got this, I had for the last few days, this sore spot. Just this little sore spot on the top of my toe, probably from just the top knuckle of the big toe, probably just from rubbing in my shoes or something. Just normal shit that you ignore. And it's like, oh, that's inconvenient. And I got on with my day, right? Now, don't forget, I'm a diabetic. And what is the first thing the doctor tells you? Keep an eye on your feet for sores or shit like that, right? So I'm like, meh, whatever. So I hop in the shower. This has a punchline that you guys might enjoy. So I hop in the shower. I'm washing up. I look down, and where that sore spot is a black spot. And I mean black. And I'm in the shower, and I'm not wearing my glasses. So I'm like, I can see. I'm not blind without my glasses, but I'm like, I can't get a good look, right? And I'm like, well, shit. That is the exact same spot that's been sore for a few days now. This is not okay. The doctor's always freaking out about making sure I check. Not freaking out. The doctor's like, any sores on your feet? Any sores on your feet? Which, by the way, for anybody who's like, oh my God, my sugar, my blood sugar levels are like in the normal range. I don't have, yeah. There's a type. Apparently, there's 5 different kinds of diabetes, and there's one that women tend to get around menopause, which seems to be the one that I have. But anyway, my numbers are good, and I've never walked. My numbers are good, and I've never had an actual legitimate scare over anything to do with my sugar or with whatever. Right. So I look down. I see this black spot right on top of the spot that has been sore for a few days. So it feels like it has it felt almost like it had a bit of a sliver or something. It's like just weird shit, right? And I'm like I'm in the shower, not wearing my glasses, and I'm like, well, shit, this really sucks. Like, if this turns out to be diabetes related, I could be, and I'm not freaking out yet, right? But I'm like, damn, I'm gonna test out those bags, putting them to use. It's science. Yeah. Anyway, so I get out of the shower. I finally get a chance to take a look at it. You know what it was? Do you know? Okay, whatever little irritation I had on my foot, that's been there for a few days. That's fine. Do you know what the black spot was? I had been using the 505 temporary adhesive spray, and I was sewing barefoot, as I do because I'm in the privacy of my own home, and a bit of it got on my foot. And because it's sticky, it was picking up whatever from wherever. So by the time I hop in the shower the next morning, it's just gotten black because of just all the little dust and debris and whatever that it's picking up as I go. Wipe it away. It's all gone. I'm like, I wasted a good scare. It was funny. I thought it was funny. But anyway, I digress. One more to do. That's been my week. Chillaxing. Waiting for my sore throat to go away. Waiting for my teeth to stop hurting. And being not bitchy about it. Lisa will be able to tell you if I've been bitchy. I made Lisa a new reading cloth. That's why I was using the 505 spray. Yeah, it was just one of those like, Jesus Christ. Stupidest of circumstances. It's better to have a weird situation that turns out to be nothing than a situation that makes sense because it's something, right? But it's like, oh my God. Yeah. So. Yeah, it did freak me out for a minute though, because where the spot of 505 spray landed was exactly on top of the spot that had already been hurting. So it's like, damn, if it turned, I was like, well, if it's a bruise, which I thought it was like, oh, that's a really dark looking bruise, right? But it's like, great, it's on my feet, it popped up without me noticing, blah 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 blah. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead. Now I'm gonna have to monitor. Now I'm gonna have to do all this monitoring and. So yeah, I was more pissed than anything when I noticed it because it's like, I don't think I'm at risk of stuff like that. I don't think I am. My numbers are way too good for my numbers are way too good for me to sit there panicking, going one wrong move means I'm gonna have my numbers have been stable for a really long time. Like the system that we use to measure it up here, 6.5 is normal. 6.5 is normal for most people. 7 is normal if you are over a certain age, which I am. So seven is normal for me, and with medication, my numbers are between 6.5 and 7 most of the time. So yeah, I don't have much to worry about, but yeah, it was like Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's been my week. What have you guys been up to this week? Oh, is that where you are? Okay. Kind of enforced a quiet week for me though, with the sore throat thing. Oh yeah, election results. Yeah, sorry that all you Americans have to go through that. But it's over. For good or for bad, now you guys know. It's kind of that thing. It's kind of like those. It's kind of like, for some people it's good news, for some people it's bad news, and I get that. But at least it's what's done is done. What's done is done, and now everybody can plan on what everybody, regardless of how they're affected, can plan on what their next steps are, which is sometimes even when it's not the thing that you want to have happen, sometimes the not knowing is the worst part. So I go out of country, I'll tell people I'm from Canada. Yeah, it's different up here. It's really different up here because we have so many different parties. We've been just kind of minding our business and staying out of trouble. Oh, fun story. Bumped into a neighbor. I'm trying not to freeze. Our heater went out and the stove elements. Damn crazy week. Ugh, that's gotta suck. That's where you just grab every blanket in the house, make a little teepee or a tent out of it, and just stay in it. Yeah. Where are you at, Tammy? I always forget who's from where. Lisa got sent home early on Monday because her office was out of power and didn't come back on forever and ever. Our power never went out. We had for the longest time, every time there was a storm, especially if there was enough rain, our power would go out, our internet would go out. Like it was a guarantee. If there's more than X amount of rain, our internet's going out. AC blasting in Houston. I would love to be there. But I'd love to be anywhere warm. I hate the cold. But last year and this year we didn't lose power. I suspect that they finally came along and put in new equipment instead of just continuing to repair the old equipment for us. But yeah, we got lucky. We had a big major storm, an atmospheric river come through, and we didn't lose power. And then we had a big windstorm on Monday. We didn't. Her area, the area where Lisa works, lost power, but we didn't. So that was nice. Utah by the Wasatch Mountains, very close to the foundations, and it's cold, like 21 degrees, and only maybe 39 in the day. We've got oil heaters going right now. We're going to get one real soon. Yeah. That's why you want to sew, to start unraveling fabric. They're calling for a cold winter here this year, and I don't know what that's going to mean. But Vancouver doesn't deal with the cold. Oh, you're fine to walk and text. You don't owe me an apology. You don't owe anybody. We all speak type. We all read fluent Taiwanese. Okay. I'm probably going to be blowing my nose a lot. Oh, you guys make it a special treat too, because I've got the sinus pressure, right? When the sinus pressure eases off, I'm just making regular bags right now, regular large drawstring bags. When the sinus pressure eases off in just the right way, suddenly my eyes can start watering, and it can be so bad that it looks like I'm crying. It's fucking awesome. I would prefer a warmer climate, but it's still better than where we were from. Okay, quick little nose blow. I'm not even going to get up, guys. Sorry in advance. There we go. Glove back on. Ooh, wait, in Colorado? Oh shit. My son, I don't know if he's in Colorado or not this weekend. I should send my son a quick message. When was that? It says he's active now, Saturday. There, let's check and see if my son got home. He was in Colorado over the weekend. In Denver. He was in Denver. But anyway, I got a cool project coming up. I don't know how cool it's going to be. Apparently, I'm making another quilt soon. Well, I'm probably going to make 2 or 3 quilts over winter. Get some of the, make a couple. I'll be making. I'm definitely making a bunch of scrappies for sure. For sure, making some scrappy quilts. Why is that so far forward? That needs to be back there. There. I'm definitely gonna. I've been saving the smaller pieces that I can cut into 4-inch squares, and I'm gonna do like just random squares and make a quilt. It's probably gonna have a lot of black in it, but that's okay. And then I'll show you guys what we just picked up a couple days ago. Lisa had to go to the fabric store to get something nice as the background for the photos that she wanted of Unicorn Journey for the Etsy shop, which is coming along nicely, by the way. Just let me get this out of the way. Let me do things. I've been so messy this week. Okay. Let me get that over there. That should do it. How's that? Look at that. So I got 3 of them. This is like in Trinidad, Colorado, my friend a snow day and can't even get home. Ooh. Okay, so then there's that. This one's a little harder to see. There's that. There's that. We went in. They know us there, right? Like they know us in at the fabric store because they're awesome people, and we're in a lot. And then there's that. I think this is, yeah, that's upright. Then there's that, and that's got the triple moon as well, repeated over and over and over again. This all glows in the dark, all of it, all the white glows in the dark on this stuff, including the panels. So one, I hope I did this right. 2, 3, 4 base fabrics and 3 panels. So one panel is getting diverted, and I'm going to make a quilt. So I'm going to have a glow in the dark quilt. And then the other panels, this is my project. This is what I'm doing. Some of the pieces are relatively narrow. So I might put the piece in the center and then center it with other, I'll be coordinating all of this stuff. But I'm going to be, and I'm onto the black now. I'm going to be coordinating all of this. Some of the panels are fairly narrow, so I'll take a narrow piece and maybe take two of the matching narrow pieces, and then something else for the center. I'm going to make a couple of them are nice and square, and I'm probably just going to make regular reading cloths out of them. But there's a couple that I'm going to match up so that I can do some tarot mats, and they might end up being fairly large. So we'll see, because I want it to, in order to be properly symmetrical, they're going to have to, in order to be properly symmetrical in terms of lining up the fabric, they may have to be about 20 to 24 inches wide, and then maybe 15 inches tall. So they're going to be nice. They're going to be big. And that's my project. That's what I'm going to be working on. That's what I'm going to work on next. Since I got the fabric, I need to use it now. Okay, black. There's a sec. I thought I was going to be able to just sit. There's Shayla. There's like no airflow back here, so sometimes when I'm back here, it gets insanely hot. I got that at Fabricana. Fabricana Imports. Let me get you. I'll get you the link because they do online sales. I just don't know if they have it stocked. Let's find out together. Let us find out together if they have it stocked. Fabricana Imports. That's the link. That's the link to Fabricana. They I'm positive that they ship to the US. Shop. Let me just. Okay. Here's what your search. Okay, here's the search. I'm gonna type it. Where's my search? There's my shirt. Oh, they changed it. Let's just do it this way. Nope. Let's just see what we got going on here. Okay, this is really weirdly named. So A sewing machine video tutorial. Sewing machine tutorials are, I've done a couple of quick little walkthroughs. So this is called Episodic Drawing for the Blank Quilting Corp Jardin de Lune Glow. Oh, Jardin de Lune. I might be able to find it under that. Nope. They only have it in store. So I'm going to type it out for you guys. This is amazing fabric. Episodic Drawing for the Blank Quilting Corp. I'm going to do a regular search for it. Blank Quilting Corp. No, I don't. Why is that coming up? Jardin de Lune. Oh, this is weird. Okay. I'll put a space. I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, this, when you're doing a search for, when you're looking for a fabric. Oh, I can do that. I can do that right now, Frankie. Just hang on for just a second, okay? Okay, this is what's on when you're looking for a fabric. Always look on the selvage. If you have an opportunity, if you see a fabric and you have an opportunity to look in the selvage, that's how you search for stuff. I'm not finding it. www.blankquilting.net. Okay. Okay, here's the website. Same. I'm getting... Okay, I did this once before. Where I found out that a fabric was relatively rare and I stocked up. And if this is going to become a hard to find fabric, I might go get more of it. It's one of those things you have to take a risk sometimes and invest. Because I only got 3 of the panels. Blank Quilting Corp. When you click on or follow us on Instagram, what's new, coming soon, in shops now. Oh. Okay, Jardin de Lune Glow is the name of the fabric. They've got they're marked weird. Let's see if I search Google. Okay, Jardin de Lune Glow is what you want to search for. Yeah, they're not going to be happening soon. So, okay, so Frankie asked, when I get a chance, film threading the sewing machine and winding the bobbin. This is actually really simple. We'll do this right now. I'm going to do it right now. Are you still here, Frankie? Because I haven't started on the black yet. So that's how to find that fabric. Frankie, you still here? Okay, I'm going to take this off. By the way, if you do have a knee lift, keep in mind that the tip of the knee lift can get a little oily. So usually I either put it on the floor. Perfect. Okay, stick around. I'm going to turn the machine a little bit for you. So bobbins are easy. Bobbins are easy. Now, when you go to the top of the machine, right? And if you have your if you have your manual, it'll show you in the manual. If you don't have your manual, you look up your machine, right? But can you see? It's hard to see, but everything's right on the machine. So there's the bobbin symbol right there, right? Now, every machine is a little bit different. So I'll show you this machine. Let me just actually get this. Come on, you can do it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, every machine's a little tiny bit different. Oh, no problem, Tammy, because if I really like a fabric, I will look it up, because then I can make a decision whether or not I need to get more. So this here is where you put your main spool of thread, right? That's not going to change that's not going to change. You have to put your spool in, because you got to have it coming from somewhere. Now on this machine, what I'm going to do, clean all the dust off because it's dirty as hell. So on this machine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the instructions, and it has the bobbin symbol. So I put my fabric here, I follow it, right? And then I just go back up, back around, and through. Now, different machines are very different. So this one's ready to go. You grab your bobbin. Your bobbin has holes in it, right? If your bobbin just has this hole, let me see if I can get it closer. Okay, the bobbin has a hole here, right? This bobbin also has a hole here. If your bobbin has a hole that's really, really close, then use that one. But otherwise, okay, it's easy. It's better if you use that one. Yes, you use the sewing machine foot pedal. And like for most machines, you're going to use the pedal. So basically, just thread it through from the inside. Okay, you go from the inside up like that. Don't go from the top down. Go from the inside out. Get a little extra thread get a little bit of extra thread. Pop it on. Okay, so now we're over here. We've popped it on, right? Now for this machine and most machines, once it's popped on, push it and it'll snap. See how it clicked? When you get really, really close, you can see how the bottom little area is an oval, and it's oval and it's not round down there. So you just push it to the other end of the oval. Okay. Now once it's ready to go, you just hold it up. I have a particular thing that I do. Just hold it, hold the thread that you push through. Get extra if you need to, right? If you're not used to this, get like a bunch of extra and wrap it around your finger just for comfort. Now your instructions will say give it a few turns, right? What I do is I give it a few turns, but then I use my fingertip. I use my fingertip, and I just hold it so that it goes a few rounds along the very top, so that it makes several rounds around the very top where the thread came through. Once you feel comfortable that you've got enough rounds on that it's not going to unravel, you trim this and then just go. Yeah, it's just literally I'm just holding the foot down, just floor it. Just floor it. No problem. You can control the speed if you want to. Some machines will let you control the speed, some won't. And you just wait. Hands off. Just hold the foot down and wait. And wait and wait and wait. Let's see if I can bring the foot pedal up here. So the foot pedal is pretty easy. You can go slow, or you can just go. This is almost done. It'll stop on its own. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's get it in closer. See how this is no longer spinning? Okay. Once that happens, Once that happens, it's as full as it can get because there's a little arm. There's a little arm right there. See that little arm? Once the spool is full enough, this arm pushes back and automatically disengages the motor so you can't wreck your machine. Take it off. Oh, didn't put the camera back. You just pop it straight up to take it off, and you now have a full bobbin, and you're good to go. Bobbin's already in the machine. Let's get this back down to where it should be. Hey, my house doesn't look too dirty today. All right. I love when the camera makes it look like my house is clean. Okay, so now threading the machine. Let's get an even bigger twist here. Threading the machine. Threading the machine is simple. You just take this back up. Oh, I got to do it taller again. And again, there's literally numbers. Sorry, I just found a little shred of. If you find any little bits of thread that have broken off in here, pick them off as quickly, not quickly, but try and get rid of them. So again, I'm just going to follow this. Now this wants me to do the exact same thing I did before for regular threading. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. And now it shows me to go straight down. So I've got, oh yeah, that's cute. I like that. I like it, but it falls over easy. So again, get extra thread if you need to, right? And then this just, sometimes I will just sometimes I will have a finger up here or something to keep this from continuing to unroll thread on me. So this has numbers. Let's go back over here. So I got to, okay, so this has 1, 2, down this channel. It's a narrow slot. Make sure your foot is up. My foot wasn't up. If your foot's not up, just start over. Have some extra thread in your fingers. It's okay if the thread continues to feed forward. Follow it. That's got a number 3 and it's a loop. Go up, right? Now this one here, this particular machine, I have to come up on the right-hand side and then go around to the left-hand side. So I just literally have the thread follow. It just loops once around there. 4, 5. Bring this back down a bit. Come on. Do. Okay. And then now we're back. Now we're into this stuff. This stuff here is where it can. Okay, this stuff here is not. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. Let me see. Okay, you guys are going to have a crappy angle, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so then I'm going to make sure that I have extra thread out. The foot is up, and I'm going to go. There's a little metal piece there. I'm going to loop the thread over that. There's a little tiny slot right there. I'm going to use 2 hands. See, I'm holding the thread with this hand and holding the other end with this hand, so that I'm not just dragging thread all over the place. I'm going to do that, pop it into place, and I'm going to do that, and now it's done. Now it's technically done. And if you thread your needle by hand, you put the thread through from the front to the back. And if you use a needle threader, then you just go like that by whatever instructions your needle threader requires, and then you're done. And then you're good to sew. And that's the whole process. Now the thing is the reason why it's hard to find tutorials, and I'm going to bring you over to the floor now. This machine is different. This machine is a little different. When you take your thread, you got to go up here, down here, then just go straight up to here, loop it around here once, and then over to your bobbin, right? And the threading is a little, hi, Sherry. I'm good. So every machine is slightly different, but as you get practice with your particular machine, so I'll show you this. Watch this. Okay. I did the bobbin. I'm not going to do another bobbin, but watch. Okay. This is literally practice. This is literally practice. And I do not think of myself as super fast. Okay. So threading the machine. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put the cap on the end to make sure the thread stays in place. I'm going to go like that, down, up, down. Bring it through there, up into the threader, and done. It's really fast. It's just a matter of getting the practice. So, and I don't like dragging my thread backwards if I don't have to. I already do way too much of that. You do not have to take your knee lift off to thread the machine. I took the knee lift off because I was moving the machine to get a good camera angle for you. So I just leave it all on. So that's the basics. And threading a machine. Why are you locked? You should not be locked. We're gonna. Oh, that's why. Okay. If you're just doing basic sewing and not trying too hard with anything, and something happens that you don't like, just turn your machine off and back on again. It is the simplest and safest method. Why did I put that back, but not that? Okay. That's today's educational component. I hope that helped. It looks, the pedal, use it just like a gas pedal. You can go slow, you can go fast. If you have a speed limiter, but I will say, if you're not sure, go ahead and read your manual. And I literally, the first couple of times I got this machine, the first couple of times I got that machine, it doesn't matter what machine it is. The first couple of times I worked with a new machine, I literally had the manual out with me going, okay, well, here's what the buttons all say. Now let's make sure I'm doing it right. But yeah, foot up to thread your machine so that it properly slides into the components. The thread needs to slide into the components here. Make sure that your foot is up. Follow whatever instructions that come with your machine. Take your time and practice. Don't be afraid to thread your machine. Do a couple of test stitches and then I'm totally down the rabbit hole with this Jordan de Lune glow fabric. I know. I'm like wondering. Whenever I walk in, unless somebody calls it to my attention, I always just assume that I'm seeing like Robert Kaufman or something like that. But yeah, the Fabricana gets really, really awesome things. The unfortunate problem, it's not a problem for me. The unfortunate problem with trying to buy fabrics online from Fabricana is that sometimes what's in the warehouse ready for online shipping isn't the same stock as what's in the store. So, but yeah, if I see a fabric, the foot pedal is really, really easy. The foot pedal is really easy. It's just, because it's plastic, it's really easy to feel like, nothing's happening, right? Because, nothing's happening. Let me get a piece of scrap. Oh, I'm not getting anything from that bin. That's where I put my Kleenex. It's really easy to feel like nothing's happening with a foot pedal because you're pressing down on the foot pedal, right? And you feel like, okay, nothing's happening. I found an Etsy shop without 2 crates of delivery to the UK. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be. So basically, you just get your foot on there and go. So it's moving slowly. See, it's really simple. It's really, really simple to get. It's really simple to get the practice that you need. And depending on what kind of a machine you have, I can also do this. I've got a speed control here, so I can just push the pedal all the way down. The camera won't pick it up, right? So I can go slow, I can go fast. There's plenty of ways to use the foot pedal in ways that make. I'm looking for the foot pedal. It's right here. So using the foot pedal is right? And then just up, down. So foot pedal, the biggest thing I can tell you where the foot pedal is concerned is to get some practice. Get the practice that you need. And then from there, and practice on scrap. Get a piece of fabric that's just, take an old t-shirt, take whatever you want to do and just practice and you'll get it. Hey Moira, how you doing? I am just chatting and babbling, sending everybody, I sent everybody down a rabbit hole, just so you know. Well, there's the link to their, I'll do the same thing to you I just did to everybody else. I was just showing off some fabric that I have that I'm going to be using. I'm debating, finish the larges. This is how come I never seem to have, this is why I get, I've got, I'm doing all these fabrics into the, yeah, well, and you know what? Showing how the foot works really isn't very helpful because there are some sewing machines that only have one speed. Every single machine has a slightly different foot, and every different machine, it's just like a car. Just like a car. If you've ever been anywhere, if you've ever driven a car or anything that has a speed control on it, it's ever so slightly different for every single make and model that you've got. Just take the time with your with yours, and you'll get it. But like I always just start slow. Oh, I got to put it back on the right. What stitch do I want for these? I'm going to keep using the same one. No, that's not what I want. Yeah. No shit, eh? It's like that was, and like I said, it wasn't scary because it was scary. Like obviously I was having a hot minute, but not in any, I wasn't freaking out. It's like I'm not even worried. I've had a sore spot for when that sort of stuff happens. Usually one of the problematic things when that sort of stuff happens is usually because the person has lost all feeling in their foot. So I wasn't too particularly worried at that. I was like, this is going to suck this is going to suck if it turns out to be some sort of a thing that I have to talk to the doctor about, because the diabetes is going to make it like a much more, okay. I hopped in the shower yesterday morning. I've had a sore spot on the top of my toe for a few days now. No biggie. I probably just irritated it in my shoe. Yeah, my cousin lost a foot, but turns out I'm not related to her, so it's fine. So I've had a sore spot on the top of my big toe, right at the knuckle. I had a sore spot for a few days. It felt almost like I had a bit of a sliver or something. No big deal. Probably because of I've been wearing my shoes without socks a lot lately, and that's probably exactly what did it. It's still sore right now, right? So I go jump in the shower yesterday, and there is a black spot on it. Like it's black and it's not washing off. Because those of you who've already heard the story know what happened, right? So I've got this black spot on the top of my toe, exactly in the spot that was sore, right? And I'm like, shit, this is not okay. Now I'm patting myself on the back going, I've got no reason to panic, because the worst stories for this start with, I don't have feeling in my feet, which I do have feeling in my feet. I've never had any, except for the fact that I have to take a pill every day. I've never been symptomatic for anything. I've never had any issues. But I'm like, this sucks. This is going to really suck. And I'm in the shower. I'm not wearing my glasses, right? So I'll jump to the punchline. Basically, so I get out of the shower and get a chance to get a better look at it and whatever. And I realized, yeah, I don't know how you want to call it. I don't know whether you want to call it panic or not panic. I was nowhere near that. I was like, this is going to suck if it turns out that it's an unexplained injury or bruise. Because it was fine, no mark, no nothing, right? It's like, wait a second, this was perfectly fine last night, and not today. It's black. If this is some sort of a bruise or something, I'm going to need to go to the doctor. And I wasn't freaking out. Anyway, I get out of the shower, I get a closer look, I get drying off, and I realize that what it is that I had been using 505 spray. Yeah, I mean, it didn't. Okay, this happened fairly quickly, right? It's taking me longer to explain the story than the actual story, than the actual event itself. Anyway, I get out of the shower. What it turns out to be, I made a reading cloth. I made a big reading cloth for Lisa. I should go get it and show you guys. It's cute. I made a big cloth for Lisa Sunday. No, not Sunday. Tuesday. Because yesterday was Wednesday. Tuesday, while Lisa was doing her stream, I had made a cloth for her, and I used 505 spray. I used 505 spray to hold everything in place. Can you see where this is going? That I was spraying an adhesive in the sewing area while I was working barefoot? Yeah, so I ended up with a dot of adhesive on my toe, and overnight, what ends up happening, if you have an adhesive on you, a two-sided adhesive, which is basically what it turns into. Anyway, I had just been, the black spot was basically the adhesive that was stuck to my toe, had just picked up all kinds of lint and whatever. Over the course of the 12 hours, it took me to go from spraying my foot to noticing that I'd done it, and I just went boop, 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 took it right off. It was like, yeah. So it's a funny story. Thankfully, and I feel for people who are dealing with diabetic necrosis and other issues. But yeah, this was just a fun oh fuck moment that took care of itself. But yeah, 505. Yep. Not, yeah, exactly. It's like, well, like I said, it's been sore. It's the top of the knuckle on the big toe, which is a spot that a lot of people occasionally get little unexplained pains and irritation. So and then I wasn't. It's like, oh, this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. This is no problem because it is. It's nothing, right? But it just coincidentally, this spot was on the exact spot where the sore was, where the pain was, because there's no mark on my foot. I don't have anything. There's no scrape or anything on this toe. It's probably just like paper cut. I don't know, whatever the heck it was, right? But yeah, I've never been. Of course, it's my doctor's job to say, how are your feet? How are this? How are that? So whenever I go in for my checkups and stuff like that, she's like, okay, gonna close your eyes, gonna check your feet. And it's like, okay, whatever. I don't like it, but I don't mind. She's doing her job, and I don't want to give her a hard time, because then she'll get gun shy about doing the same test on somebody who really actually needs it. So, but yeah, it was a fun moment. I don't think I even told Lisa this story. By the time she got home, she was filming with Danny last night. Let me just go see let me see if I don't think she's using a cloth, but let me go get it. So there's the back. There's the back. And then there's the front. Up upside right? Is it one? Oh, it's two. Yeah, it's one side. So that's what I made her. It'd be nicer if might be nicer if the camera was actually aimed. But I wanted to do straight line quilting on it. I can just, I better put it back. She'll yell at me. Anyway, yeah, it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it, but I wanted to do straight line quilting on it. And to do straight line quilting, you really don't want your fabric moving. So, yeah. I keep telling myself that I'm going to put a few things that size in the shop, and then one thing after another. I have a feeling, as much as I don't want to talk politics, every time y'all have an election, yeah. Well, I'm just sewing from home, and it gets really hot. Our place is fully carpeted. I'm at home, and it gets really hot in this corner. So yeah, I sew barefoot a lot. So there's no big deal there. But yeah, I really didn't want. I wanted to make sure that the lines were straight. Probably Gale quilts, you know what I mean, right? I didn't want anything moving. So I 505'd both sides of it, because you have your sandwich, right? You have your bottom fabric, your middle fabric. Facebook. Oh, I don't have a Facebook page for this group. Yeah, I do my bottom fabric, then my middle then your middle, and then your top. So that's your sandwich, right? Well, I sprayed both the bottom and the top so that I just really glued. Okay, it's 505 spray, which is fine, but I really just sealed that shit down, right? So but yeah, I sealed it down. I marked my lines, and I get in a hurry. That's kind of something I realized. I get in a hurry. So yeah, I really wanted to do this right. I wanted the lines to be perfect, and they were. Lisa is really happy with it. My wife loves me, though. I could make garbage, and I don't think she'd care. So there's that. But I want to do some bigger cloths. I haven't done any in a while, because every time I turn around, something's gotten in the way. Oh, I never showed you this. I never get let you guys have a close. This one here. The irony of issues with your foot while quilting something that uses a walking foot. Exactly. Well, and it wasn't even an issue. Like I said, I have been just take the dogs out. Don't bother. I'm running around barefoot. Dogs need to go out, so I just throw on my shoes and go. And I'm going outside barefoot with my shoes on. So yeah, this is whatever's going on with my toe. It's still kind of. I could even just have a little callus there, and it's like whatever. Who knows? There's nothing to see. Nothing going on. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Laura said 48,799 on Kickstarter for Sassy Dragon. We only see the Canadian price. So unless we're like checking the conversion rate all the time, we don't see the Canadian price. So that's awesome. But I will say that the number 69, 669, like what did we hit? We hit in Canadian dollars, we hit 66966. We sold 600, and you know what though? I'm so happy. I am so happy about how this Kickstarter is going. I am very, very happy with it all. Let me get this. Let me just show you guys. So there's the eyes. It's a One Direction fabric. So what I did was I do this on all my One Direction fabrics. I will cut it and then sew it together so that when the bag is done, both sides are upright. $67806. Nice. How did you look that up? Okay, maybe I just don't know what to look at. Lisa is the queen of Kickstarter because she actually backs stuff on them. Yeah, we're super happy with the way that this has all been going out. You guys, Marion's got a deck. Marion's deck just launched this morning. I'm not sure when it launched. I'm really bad for keeping track of that, but what's the name of her deck? Grief Oracle. Lisa is super excited about Marion's deck. Oh, this Blank Quilting Corp also has a Instagram page. Oh, that'll be all on their thing. I almost closed a window. That wouldn't have been smart. Okay, John just checked in. He got back just before the snow started, so he's fine. There. Come on. Where is it? I am really bad. There it is. Okay. Do. Lisa is losing her mind, and I don't blame her. I don't do oracles. You guys, I just can't really connect with them. Oh, well, thanks, Sherry. I know I posted roughly in the comments on the Kickstarter as well, but I'm still in the process of learning tarot meanings. Having such a nice blurbs and the meanings on every card is so helpful. That's kind of that was the whole conversation that led to the deck happening in the first place. And the funny thing is that the deck. Well, I've said this. I said this before. That's okay. I just linked the Kickstarter for Marion's deck. Lisa is super excited about this deck because the Grief Journey Oracle. Lisa is super excited about the deck just because it's again a unique deck. So she's super excited about it. I don't do Oracle. I don't know that I've never, no matter how many Oracle decks Lisa shows me, and no matter how beautiful the decks are, it just doesn't click for me, and I don't know why. Because I like Oracle, but yeah, you know what? I'm still in that quietly shocked phase about my deck. Well, mine and Lisa's deck. We know that the deck wouldn't exist if it weren't for the wife, right? We know that it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for her. But I'm just still in that quietly stunned phase. We were pretty confident. Yeah, I have way less Oracle than Tarot. I'm super picky about Oracle. I've used Oracle, but I've never connected with Oracle in any meaningful way. And if I have to force myself to do it, I'm just going to get, I guess, I don't know, miserable about it. It's like I'm not going to get what I want out of it if I'm trying too hard. So, hey, no wonder I'm thirsty. I never opened my drink. But I mean, there's plenty of people out there though, and I don't know if this is a new thing or not. You guys are going to have to tell me, but there's plenty of people out there that only read Oracle and they don't do tarot at all. So, yeah, I really hope Marion's deck funds. It's funny. We were fairly okay. If you're not fairly confident that your deck is going to fund, then you're not going to take the chance. We were fairly confident that Sassy Dragon was going to fund, but my God, it is exceeding every expectation. I can't wait for them to come in. Well, I've got mine, and yeah, luckily Tarot. Yeah, luckily Tarot encapsulates the entire human experience, so you're set. I think the thing with Oracle. The thing I like about Oracle is you can be a lot more targeted in what you're doing. Tarot is an established system. With Oracle, you can be much more targeted in what you're doing, but the more niche you get, I don't know if niche is the right word. The more niche you get, the more likely it is that it's going to be more difficult to connect with if it doesn't fit your niche. But I mean, I don't know. Oracle is a free for all. Oracle is an absolute free for all with no set system. One thing that I've always struggled where Oracle is concerned too is that a lot of times on Oracle you have to look up. If you're not 100% intuitively reading, then you have to go look up. This is another one of the This is I think this is the one that I also noticed that the glow in the dark people do. The glow in the dark people. Yeah. Oh my God. This. The Sassy Dragons just channeled my inner asshole, is what it really did. That's the joke that we're telling around the house anyway. But I mean, okay. Obviously, I made a deck that works for me. So, and that's what everybody does. If you're making a deck, yeah, this is also on that. This is also the same people. If it's not the same people, they've got something that's insanely close. I don't have this. These have already been cut, so I don't have the salvage handy. Or do I? No, I don't have any. I don't have any obvious pieces of salvage sitting over there. But yeah, I've been like insanely happy with how Sassy Dragons has been going. I'm just doing all of these in black, so I just get to keep going. I know I'm going glove on, glove off, glove on, glove off. This is a bit of a trap that you get into. Like the gloves give me more grip on my fingertips, right? So my hand doesn't get sore. And it's really easy to go, oh, I'm just doing one bag. So I can leave the glove off. One bag. And then all of a sudden your hand is sore. You're going, oh, my hand is sore. But anyway. Oh, no, everything's fine. Even if you think it's just your imagination, if something isn't feeling quite, it's like, huh? Stop and check. La 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 la. I've been trying to think of a way. To get that machine, the machine that I've been using while this was in the shop, while waiting to go to the shop. I'm trying to figure out a way to get that machine. I used to have it over here, but the AccuQuilt lives there now. I'm wondering if I should put the AccuQuilt away when I'm not using it, because I don't use it. I don't need to use it very often. It's kind of that catch-22. The AccuQuilt saves me so much work. There we go. That's where I had it before. The AccuQuilt saves me so much work that by default I don't need to bring it out as often. Because that machine closes these bags better than that machine. Okay, that machine is just, yeah. Once you've been doing something long enough, you get picky over tiny details. But I'm debating on whether or not to move the AccuQuilt. I could put it there. If I put it away properly, the AccuQuilt folds and goes up on its end. I should just move that out of the way. I should figure my shit out is what I should do. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. I got myself distracted. What I was saying is that I'm debating on whether to do okay, I'm finishing the largest for sure. What I'm debating on is, should I finish the smalls? The smalls are cut. The smalls have got a lot of these similar fabrics. They're cut. They're ready to go. Okay. The smalls are cut and ready to go. But should I do the smalls because they're ready to go, but they're hung up and they can sit forever if they have to? Should I finish these and then go straight to the glowy fabric, or should I stick with my current order? I don't know. I do not know. I have a feeling every time there's an election in the States, things get quiet in the shop because people are, a contentious election, so people are concerned with what comes next. So I don't know if I should just. I don't know what project I should do next. Should I keep stocking the? Well, I need to keep stocking the shop, and I will. Should I prioritize it? Should I do the smalls? Should I do the reading? I want to do reading cloths and tarot mats out of that panel. I'm doing bags out of that material as well, but first I have to get the bigger projects done. I got to get the I've got to get the if I'm going to do tarot mats, I have to get them done first because I don't want to do a bunch of bags and then find out I have no fabric left. I'm doing there's a couple of them that are squared off just nicely, and I'm going to do basic reading cloths out of them. What I'm going to do though is I'm not going to back them though. I'm going to back that stuff in black because the backs won't glow in the dark. The backs won't glow in the dark because they'll be face down and not collecting any sunlight. They won't charge, but yeah, I don't know what I want to work on next. You know what it is? I got a bunch of new fabrics recently and I want to work on everything all at once. I want to do all the things. Let's see what we got going on here. That's where I need it. There. Now I'm mostly centered. There. If I mostly center it, then it's easier for me to read the chat. This is the I got this fabric a while ago. And it ended up in the stack under a different piece of fabric. Yeah, all the things. That's pretty much what I want to do is all the things. This is perfect for a large bag. I don't think I'm going to do smaller bags with it, though. These are really big flowers. And a standard is, well, that's a small. A small is like small enough that I don't think very much of the flower will actually show. Well, I don't think the pattern will show through the same way that I want it to. Would love a reading cloth with the moon phases and moss fabric backed in deep purple. Currently, I don't think I haven't got any deep purple. I don't have a deep purple right now. Do I have? Oh, I have it sitting out. I'll show you what I'm going to pair them with for now. I don't have a purple that's deep enough to match the way I want it to match. And last time I checked, they didn't really carry them in that. Once it gets dark past a certain point, they just stop carrying it because people default to black. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. We'll do that. I've got a smaller piece, so I don't have to mess up my entire table. You stay there. Okay. Let's get this over here. So I've got this. I've got one of these. I just dropped two more. Over there. So like what I'm going to do, so this is going to go backing on that. It's not a deep purple. This is a black blender, so it's variegated, but very dark. So that's how it's going to be. This is going to be the back. That's going to be the back. And then the other glowy fabrics. Like if I take this one, what I'm thinking of doing is take this one here. That's what you do. You just go do. You do light little bits of folding, right? There. So take that one there, right? take that one. This is how you buy. This is how you do the brain work. Oh, you know what else you do? Okay, stop for the quick little nose blow. Okay. Come on, do that. This is how you do the brain work. Okay, so you either fold or you imagine, right? So you take that and you do that. Okay. Now you've got the panel. Now you've isolated your panel. Like, okay, I'll do this more obviously once I've actually trimmed these out. Once I've actually trimmed these off, I'm busy, so I'm not ready to cut these yet, right? And then you go. And then you just, how will that look? Surrounded by that. Oh, that's upside down. Doesn't matter, I guess. How will that look surrounded by that? If I choose to build this out into a square and make a tarot mat out of it, right? How will this look with that as its backing? Or like that. So it's like, now see, I don't think I like these two mixed, right? How about one of the other more delicate moon fibers? Oh yeah, like this is a thing, right? So this is the most delicate. When you get up close, it's the most delicate, but I don't like the way it looks with that, right? So then, and don't forget, usually I'm over at my table. Usually I've already, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay. Which one was it? This one, right? This is what I will cut. I already know I'm cutting this up. I already know that decision was made in the store even, right? So we take that one. This is my favorite one. That's why I'm showing this one off. Okay. It's a lot easier once you've cut one. Okay, now, so you start off with this one. Now you can iron it if you really, really want to, but I don't like doing that. Lightly finger press. Now I've gotten really good at being able to ignore the purple, right? I've gotten really good at being able to ignore that. So then I can take this one here, open it up a bit. Just have it upside right. So I take this bigger piece. That bigger piece is too distracting. I try my best to ignore the smaller pieces and I lay it out and go, okay, what do I think of that? Right? Now I already know that if I sew, I'm gonna lose the purple for sure because of my quarter. You have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You know you're losing the purple. So then you look, right? And you go, okay, what do I think of this? What do I think of this combining? And the camera's picking it up pretty good. So then you just lay it out and you go, okay, well, what do I think? And then you get the next one out. I think I might actually prefer this one. This might be my favorite. And I didn't, this was not big some drum roll thing. It was literally the last one in the stack. So I think, because this one here has got a lot of blue and no, this one doesn't really have purple in it. That one does. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I think I'm going to end up doing that. Let's try them all. Yeah, exactly. So if I do this one here, so I'm probably, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to cut a piece here and a piece here. I do think I'll keep it relatively short, but then it's going to be, what would it realistically end up being? I don't have a bigger ruler handy. So this is 8 inches across. So if I do 6 and 6, I can do 6 and 6 without making too big. Yeah, this one. I can do 6 inches on each side without doing too big of a mess. So it's 12 and 8. So it's going to be about 20 inches wide. And it is about 14 and a half inches tall. But I think I would add an extra inch or two on top and bottom of this as well and have it in the center. So that it would be, 14, 15, 16, 18. So 18 tall by 20 wide. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I would sell my soul for that cloth. Well, there we go. So I guess a decision has been made. So I got 3 of these panels. We're saving one for a cheater quilt. The cheater quilt is where you take a panel like this and you don't cut out the individual pieces. You just leave it as one big panel. And then you put stuff on the sides and top and bottom around it and you get a really quick and easy quilt out of it. And the really cool thing is that this all glows in the dark. All the white and lighter colors glow in the dark. So the mushroom one just shines. But yeah, so I can do that. And as soon as I start piecing stuff, I'm pretty much, no, it would not be cheeky at all. It would not be cheeky at all. Go over to the shop or my email. I posted my email. Go over, just remind me. Don't let me forget. But yeah, so what I was also thinking about doing though, what I was thinking about is to put one on this side, then have that be the center, and then have the other one on this side and put two of these in. I haven't decided yet. What I think I've decided is I need to go back to the store and get more of this to at least have the panels. But you know what I need? Somebody send me a sewing slave, somebody who is willing to just be chained to a machine and help me sew every day, all day. Yeah. So that's how that's what my decision-making process looks like, especially if I already know that I have to cut something out. It makes it really easy. But what I will be doing, where'd I put it? I made a mess. I made a big mess. But here's the thing: is that this side will glow in the dark. It's the same print in miniature. Yeah. It's pretty much identical. So it's perfect. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And then where'd I put it? Oh my God, I had the black. Oh, there it is. So the black. What's gonna happen when I do the tarot mats? What happens is there's going to be a small, like a small border of black around the edges, and I don't think that's going to hurt anything. And there's no point in putting this. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got an extra table, and I can have a machine set up. Everything that I had everything that I had going when I had Rose helping me is still here. It's just all put away. So yeah, the back's not, everybody's going to be using this side. The back isn't going to charge. Even if you want the back to be glow in the dark, it's not going to charge because it's going to be in the dark. It's going to be on the bottom out of sight. So yeah, that's what's going to be. I don't know if I could find the matching purple. I don't know. Anyway, I think I need to prioritize. I think as soon as I finish this batch of larges, which I'll probably have done this evening or tomorrow. Yeah, you better start. Anyway, so yeah, so this is how my thinking goes, right? But I saw these when I saw this, it's like I can really use these small panels, make mats out of it. Now I got to put that one up carefully. Don't forget, if you're gonna flop your fabric around somewhere, just don't squish it down, because that really makes it hard to get those creases back out. I like this one. This one, I'm not going to start digging, but I've got a couple of panels that are very, very blue, and this will match very well with that. But anyway, no, I like to, if I'm going to start doing anything that seems a little involved, this isn't as involved as it seems. You know what it is? Okay, I already have a lot of scrap when I sew to begin with. So when I'm working on something like this, yeah, every single one of these glows. Every single one of them. So this is very, very bright. I already have enough scrap just in the regular stuff that I do. So so whenever I'm doing, I need to make more reading cloths. You know what it is? You look at the shop and you go, what do I have? I got this. What do I have? Like, I think right now I've only got like 4 larges left at the moment. It's like, I need to put more of those in the shop. So you're always trying to balance what needs to go in, what versus it's always choosing your battles, right? That can sit. If I manhandle that fabric any more, then I'm going to have to iron it again anyways, but if I get any more rough with the manhandling, anyway, that's what the thought process looks like. That's how it works for me. Because like I said, I know I'm going to have to cut a bunch of stuff up. So I want to make sure that when I'm cutting things up, that I'm not walking away with more scrap than what I already know that I'm going to end up with a decent amount of scrap in any project. I don't know. Decent is the wrong word. Because don't forget, I do this for a living, so scrap is an unavoidable byproduct of sewing. I want to minimize the scrap. Today's Thursday. Fabricana is open till 9 o'clock on Thursdays, and I have a feeling I don't know. I don't know. I only picked up 3 of those panels, and I have a feeling I need more panels. You know what? That's the excitement, right? Oh, money's tight. Yeah. I get it. I have been broke folk more often than I've had. What the hell? Oh shit. I have snails in my fish tank. Meaning I have about 200 or 300 snails in my fish tank because they reproduced. So I made a little homemade snail trap so I can get rid of some of the snails. And it's working very, very well. And it's gross, but it's working. So I'm going to have to, now I know how to solve my problem. What's that? Oh, that's just a fabric I haven't used yet. It's a fabric I've used before. I just didn't put it in with this batch. But anyway. Now, you know what the thing is that there's always a way. There's a will, there's a way, I guess. I don't know. I'll tell you right now, that is why thrift stores are so popular. That's one of the nice things about having boys, because boys don't care. Like we would go to the thrift store. Yeah. Oh, they multiply. Yep. I was having a algae infestation, so I made the mistake of buying more than one snail. And now I've got hundreds. The algae's gone though. My tank has never been more clear and clean. But now that my tank is clear and clean, it's time to clean some of these guys up. But I've got and you know what the really sad thing is? These are like red apple. These are not red apple. These are called apple snails. They sell them for like $5 each. But I'm not going to put an ad in the paper trying to sell snails. So I've got about $5,000 worth of snails in there. Glove goes on. Do, 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 do. Oh, but the nice thing is, though, is that the thing I used as I just used a bottle as a trap. The bottle that I used had a lot of algae on the side. I can see from here that the algae's all gone. Like, okay. I'm not going to go super crazy doing insane things to get rid of the snails. Just put in a trap, scoop a few out, scoop a bunch out at a time. I don't mind. Okay, I've got a planted tank. My tank has got a ton of plants in it, so I don't mind that there's snails in there because they keep the plant stuff cleaned up. So it's like a conscious choice. So now that I've made the conscious choice to let snails get into the tank, I have to make a conscious choice to decide when, where, and how often I'm going to reduce their numbers. Yeah, some people. Yeah, I'm dripping in snails. See, we all have to drip in something. Ah. Oh, Shayla's over there. Apparently, I'm also dripping in puppies. I've got one over there and one back there. They're just chilled right out. Shayla is such a snoring dog. She's not snoring right now, though. She was snoring so bad the other night that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get to sleep because she sounds like somebody's grandma when she snores. It's loud. Anyway, so yeah, that's my upcoming project. This is a new fabric I got recently too. I try not to buy fabric. Then every time I walk in to Fabricana for any reason at any time, I end up buying too much. Oh yeah, this is multi-directional. I thought for a second I was like, ah, so it goes in one direction. Yeah, Bostons, they snore. Shayla snores like a Boston sometimes. She's a really loud snorer. She's part Shih Tzu. I think they are snory dogs. I don't know. Yeah, I love all of it. I'll tell you, poor Lisa, because she's like, I can't. She would have one of everything, or she could, but there's just not. She doesn't have enough decks to justify one of everything. Two more to go, and then I have to do the other side. Okay, this is really interesting though, because the thing that I was using, I just took an old bottle. I just took a screw top ketchup style bottle, the kind that you use, the kind that you get at the dollar store that you put your ketchup in for picnics and barbecues, those kind of bottles. I have a clear one, and I threw some stuff in the bottom of it, and then I submerged it, and it had like black mold all over it, and I'm pretty sure the black mold's gone now, which is kind of nifty. I hope that means something. So next time I have something that looks like it's a little moldy or whatever, I can get it properly cleaned by just letting the snails take care of it. I found the new washing system. Yeah, Lisa. I'm not sure if that's the one Lisa mentioned or not when she was telling me about. As soon as she saw the fabric, she's like, "That would be perfect for," and she named off like 6 different decks. And then the mushroom one is perfect for some other deck, and it's crazy. She's crazy. She's a crazy tarot lady. In the best possible ways, of course, but yeah. I swear to God, we walk into Fabricana and she can cost me so much money. It's bad. Boston Terriers are amazingly gassy and snorty and farty and yeah. But then again, Bruno can be a champion at gassing out the house. Because dogs just don't understand not to fart. Yeah, we've had days where these two are on the go. We've had days where these two are on the go, and it's like I'm just gonna go sit over here now. It doesn't matter what we are or aren't feeding them. Okay, second last one. Yeah, this one here is this fabric here that I'm doing right now. This guy is also metallic, which I'm liking. For the longest time, I don't know what the deal. Maybe it was a supply issue, but the snoring, yeah. Maybe it was a supply issue thing, but like for the last like year or so, it was like almost like they weren't making metallic fabrics at all. A couple of times I went looking for metallics, and it's like, okay, I found metallics, but they didn't have very many to choose from, so. I wasn't supposed to cut that yet. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there to be a booster for the next one. Is it dogs that are bred to be flat-faced? Yeah, that's what a Boston is. I think they swallow a lot of air while eating. Yeah, the way their face is just makes them the way their faces are shaped affects the way that their whole like sinus mouth breathing structure works. And yeah, this is the last one. A nice basic bag. And I think I've just got to close all these up, but I think I'm going to drag up the other machine, and I can't do that without cleaning stuff up. And I can't do that while the computer's in the way. I got to still flip these and finish them. Got to flip these and do the other side. Doing the other side's easy. Doing the other side is like go, 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 go. You'll see. You'll see because we're almost there. Yeah. After watching which video? Funny thing is I hear Lisa make her videos, so I very rarely swing back to watch them. Aren't I a horrible wife? It's like, But like, I get to hear so much. Oh, yeah. Oh, Grief Journey, yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that Marion's deck is going to really resonate with a lot of people. Okay. Now that I did snag ace. I snagged a single stitch. Now we're gonna go all the way back to here. You gotta flip the whole thing over and start with the last one. You're starting with the one you did last on the last round. I get to put my glove on and keep it on for a minute. Oh, check. Oh, I've still got lots of bobbin left. Okay, I'm good. Okay. And I can move my thing over here. No, that goes there. Wow. Yeah, I will say Lisa does amazing walkthroughs. I always keep these close, but not quite touching, because if they're touching, it can be really difficult to get something between to cut the threads and separate them when they're done. But I hold them close so that it's also not a huge gap either. And yes, that is true, Artemisia, and she is amazing at everything she does. I'm contractually obligated to say that, though, so take it as you will. Oh, Athena, that's a nice name. What am I doing? Get my fingers out of there. Okay. This is the fun part. You feel like you're getting so much done all in one just quick little easy motion. Yeah, she does good. She does really good walkthroughs. I kind of wish she would do more of them, because I think she's really, really good at doing them, but she just doesn't. I mean, obviously she has her day job and everything else that she's doing. So she doesn't have the time to do a lot of them, but she does amazing walkthroughs. I think it's because she just automatically picks up the nuances of what the creator intends. She's so intuitive. That's the thing. There we go. Usually I have this, there's a deck I'm considering, like this, Lisa or Dawn have a video. Oh yeah, you get the deck box run a master class in tarot. Yeah. People have told her that before, that just watching her do a deck walkthrough, they learn something new. I swear to God, like she's got, like, I mean, obviously she's got a book out, but I swear to God, if she would have put together all the stuff if she would have put together all the stuff that she knows, and it would be the biggest fucking book. An encyclopedia. This part's the fun part, because you feel like you're just accomplishing so much so fast, because all the folding is done, the pinning is done, this half is done. Subliminal tarot learning. That makes sense. I pick up tidbits from her all the time. Just by osmosis, living in the same house. La, 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 la. How fast this part is. So I just have to sew these all together like that next. And they're done. Lisa, the love of my life, does the stringing for me. I can do my own stringing, but it's easier. It's harder. If I'm having, if things are not going well, how do you say it right? It can be hard on my hands. I've said it before, so it's not a big state secret I'm divulging here. So I'll get some of the stringing done, and then she'll finish it. And then I guess I'm on to those. I guess I'm on to moons and mushrooms. I think I should do that first. The battery's almost died again. Yeah, go to bed. Go to bed. Don't stay up all night. Sorry for killing your battery, though. Reminds me, I forgot to check mine. I've had a couple of times where I was filming and didn't realize that when I moved the computer over here, I hadn't plugged it in yet. So that was a fun adventure. I don't think I've ever had my computer battery die mid. No, I have not had my computer battery die. Yeah, happy sewing, Artemisian. Okay, this is almost done. I'm going to get going once this is done. I'm going to get going. So I'm going to start saying goodbye now. Once this is done, I'm going to get going because I think I'm going to tidy up and use my other machine. The other machine, coincidentally, has the absolute perfect intention and everything for closing the bags up without like things snagging or whatever, and without shoving fabric into the plate. Dreaming of glow-in-the-dark fabrics. Yeah. I think I'm going to finish this and then tidy things up so I can get my other machine out and get my get these bags closed, and then that way, if I can get these bags closed tonight, then that means tomorrow I can start on that. And I'll do that. I've got what? 2 more to go. It's so fast when you get to this spot. When you get to this spot, it's so fast, and then closing them up isn't too bad. Closing them up doesn't take. It's still going to take a couple hours, but it's not that bad. It's a lot less thinking when you get to the stage where you're just closing the bag. It's a lot less thinking, and I can just put on a movie or something and relax and get my stuff done. But it's Thursday now. Oh, and it's a long weekend up here in Canada. Wait. It's do you guys do Canada? We do Remembrance Day. We do November 11th as Remembrance Day up here in Canada. Does anybody else do Remembrance Day? It's a statutory holiday in Canada. So we do that. I think it's I know it's an observance in the States, but I'm not sure if it's a holiday. But Monday's a holiday this year for us, so we used to get a 3-day weekend. She's working tomorrow though. Veterans Day, okay. Yeah, we call it Remembrance Day. Do you guys get vacation for that, or do you guys just do whatever you're going to do? We used to just do we used to just observe a minute of silence in whatever work, classroom, whatever that we happen to be, but now they have it as a statutory holiday. So yeah, I don't know what we're doing this weekend. You know what? Because I work from home, I always forget. Lisa has to tell me when it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday when you're supposed to be retired. Oh, nice. 39th anniversary of the day I met my husband. That's a nice one. That's it's always nice when you have an occasion to remember somebody, because I can't tell you, I don't think I can tell you the date of the first day that I met Lisa. I don't think I could tell you that. But if there'd been something interesting going on at the time. But anyway, I'm going to get going. I'm going to cut these, stack them up, and then I'm going to figure out what machine I want to use. Actually, I'm going to figure out how badly I do or don't want to tidy up in this area, because that's going to determine what machine I get to use. There's nothing wrong with this machine. This machine's actually faster. I just like the other machine a little bit better for its tension and stuff. Because that machine tries to suck in the corners sometimes, and it pisses me off. It's like, I worked a lot for this. Don't do this to me. There we go. Why are you catching? What's going on? Anyway, you guys have a great day. I will see you soon. I'm going to say, I'm going to turn this off now, or I'm just going to la 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 la. You guys will just watch me derping around. Okay, everybody have a great day. I will see you sometime next week. Don't know when, but I will be around. In the meantime, have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which pretty much gives you free reign to do whatever you want. And I will see you soon. Bye.